right, welcome back to Let's Be Blunt. I am here with one of your favorite bud tenders, Hunter, and as well as Terry, as always. We are going to talk about some of the fun things that happened. A lot of you guys missed the $8 gram deals, so if you don't want to miss that, be on the rewards. So definitely ask your bud tender when they scan your ID if your number is connected. So also, we had some sad things happen in Laverne. A bunch of stuff happening. Crazy storms, not just in Laverne, also in Sioux Falls. I think one of the shop owners had his farm, van got pierced by a shed post, which was kind of gnarly. They sent a picture to the group chat, and I was like, only thing I got was disconnected from my video game, so I got the good end of the deal, so that was pretty fun. We have some new strains coming in this week. Be prepared. Hopefully you're sitting down. I have 50 disposables landing. First come, first serve. I know it's not what you want to hear. Don't blame me. Blame the testing facilities. Also, we have High Flyer, which is going to be a sativa, and I believe it was like a 23.4 or a 24%, and we're going to have that at $12 a gram when it comes in, so you're still going to have a nice budget-friendly bud. It is outdoor grown, so that's why it's a little cheaper of the price compared to a lot of the indoors, but it smokes phenomenally. Ask every single person who got the Fruit by the Foot, Zesty Parm, and Lime Glow. They're coming back for more of it. So, I mean, outdoor grow does not mean any worse. It just means kind of faster, in my opinion. But yeah, anything fun happen while you were at the store, Hunter?
Nothing much. I mean, it's always normal over there. I did hear about everything that happened. It's cool because I can work at both shops and kind of send people over to the dispo for the deals that are over there. The $8 grams ended up being like $2.73 after tax for an ounce, which everything else is over like $400, which definitely brought a lot of people in. But for event wise, nothing really new. Kind of just doing all the deals, bringing more stuff into the shop, and kind of trying to send people over there as well.
All right, and he kind of overshot that a little bit. He said over 400. Just letting you know, all my other deli ounces are like 383. So he was over it by like $17. All right.
He's just trying to make it sound like a better
Well, yeah,
deal.
it was a great deal. It was a great deal. It was like $130 off, but it definitely brought people in to buy it because it sold out very quickly. I went back myself to get both of the strains that were on sale 5 different times.
Yeah, you want to know why we're out of bud? Blame Hunter. He keeps buying it all. Yeah, it's really, we're doing deals just because we know we're out of carts and disposables. That's our huge, clientele base. I know everyone wants them. Sadly, I did do a little bit more digging, and they are trying to ban disposables in January, and it's mainly because the batteries leach out chemicals into the landfills and whatnot. Like, there's not anything else the world could worry about. But you know what? They want to focus on cannabis products, which is okay because we will still have the 510 battery or 510 carts. So you will just have to have your own 510 battery, but you will just have to, instead of having disposables, go to a cart. And there are plenty of discreet cart vapes too, so if you don't want people to know you're smoking a weed device, there's plenty of options for you. I have some that look like a spray can. No one's going to think you're, inhaling a cannabis product out of a spray can, so that's a funny thing, but they might think you're inhaling some aerosol, so I mean, you pick and choose your own battles. I have one that looks like a Zen pod, so you can, if you're a, blue collar worker and you don't want your friends to know you're smoking the devil's lettuce, you could also smoke the devil's nicotine.
So I was going to say the highlighter is really good for that too, because it's like at work, who's going to just think, a highlighter?
Oh yeah, and you don't have, with the highlighter, you don't even have to pop the top off, so you could just look like you're just biting on the tip of it and just like thinking, and then just a little cloud real quick. So very discreet, you could keep it away from your family, your coworkers, and still toke up. Don't tell my boss I toke up, so it's not like he's in the room with me. But
speaking of disposables, I did see this video this week of a company that's taking all the recycled disposable batteries, and they're making batteries compatible with all power tools. And so they have cause they're 18650 batteries inside of them. So they basically make a bank of them, and then they make them compatible. So they have adapters on each one. So it doesn't matter what type of power tool you have, Ryobi, Milwaukee, DeWalt, Craftsman. It comes with all the adapters. So you just buy the completely recycled battery made of all recycled disposables, and you'll be able to charge any tool you want.
You hear this, Minnesota? You are taking that dude's market away, and it is your fault.
And it's recycling. It's pretty cool. I don't think it's officially launched yet. They had a prototype and it looked cool. They were putting it in different tools but yeah, what a game changer. It'd be super cool to see it actually happen. I think it's one of those crowdfunding things right now.
Yeah, which is super unique, and I understand why they want to get rid of disposables because, they probably are stacking up in landfills. But I told the people I buy them from, I'm like, what if we do like a recycle program? If someone has an empty one and they drop it off in our waiting room, they could get like $2, not much, but like $2.50 off on their next one. Then we could somehow try to find a way to recycle that. And my Tribal Connect, Miranda, loves that because she's also anti-disposables. She thinks they're awful because they're killing the planet. She's like, just smoke some weed. I understand, but, to each their own. They are very convenient. Also, what's very convenient is we have Puffco, Dr. Dabber, and Carta. And I know we are out of wax or carts and disposables, but we do have wax. And I am a strong believer that you're going to take a dab size, the size of the grain of rice, and be way higher than you would have ever been off that cart. And a lot of people don't understand that distillate is literally the bottom of the barrel wax. It is mass produced, and it is just kind of not lovely made. They blast all their plants to try to get maximum yield. When you're doing wax and stuff like that, you're not, adding extra natural terpenes in there to make it liquefied. You actually have that shelf stableness to it, so it won't smoke as easy. So that's why you can't put those in the cart and disposable forms. But if you throw it in electronic rig, you're going to get toasted. So, yeah, and speaking of electronic rigs, Puffco just had their new launch, I think it was 3 weeks ago. It is the Plasma. Every store has it. If you haven't seen it, it is phenomenal. It is a beautiful color. It has beautiful opals in the center, and it has, I think, 3 or 4 slits, so the percolator on the back is pretty phenomenal.
It's my favorite one they've released so far, for sure. I really like their yellow one, but the new one that they released just now is awesome.
My original and OG favorite is the Indiglow, and they did that, I think, the third time I came back to work at the shop, and it was when I went to 26th Street and helped Marcy. We will speak her name like Voldemort. Mm-hmm. But when I went over there and helped her, Lord love her, but yeah, it was like a purple and blue.
Okay.
And it was my wife's hands down favorite one, and I still have it. It's just in the garage with like 10,000 dabs ran through it. I think if I load up my app is what the number says. It is filthy and disgusting, but ironically, a Puffco repair dude popped up on my feed 3 days ago, and apparently he takes them completely apart and like cleans under the silicone and all the wax and gets it brand new looking. Okay. I was like, dang, that actually might be worth it because I miss my Indiglow. It was hands down the best one. Every time I talk to my rep, I ask them, I'm like, are you guys going to do anything like that? And they said the Plasma was sort of like that, which it was, just not fully there. I'm also not too big of a fan of when they add color atomizers to the devices because those are limited edition. Mm-hmm. And for someone who wants it to be complete the whole time, they're either A, going to have to baby that chamber the whole time, or B, have one on backup.
Because the replaced atomizers aren't going to be that same color.
Yep. So, yeah, because once these are sold out and the limited edition's done, they're not going to have those chambers again.
Okay,
so, yeah, same thing with the Daybreak and the gold one, and then they had the black one that came out too. It's super cool, and I love the idea of doing limited edition chambers, but I hate the idea of it as well because they're limited edition chambers, and if it goes to match something, at some point in time, you're not going to have that matching accessory.
Yeah.
So super cool, but also at the same time, you have to be very careful if you're like OCD and don't want anything to mix match.
And I think a lot of people who end up spending that good chunk of change on Puffcos anyway are like good at taking care of their pieces, and or they just have a bunch of different pieces that they'll run through anyways.
Yeah, so on my plasma right now, I have the black chamber in it, then the plasma joystick, so it's like Frankenstein.
Customized,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
completely Frankenstein. And then I have my recycler glass top.
The cool thing though is it still works. You know what I mean? You don't like need the customized piece. It will still work. It's just not going to look as cool.
Yeah, and speaking of customizing piece on Puffcos, if you are looking for glass accessories, we just got a fresh drop of Surf City, and he did 3D caps, 3D XL caps, proxy core mouthpieces, and I think something else. I'm just blanking on it right now, but they are also at all 3 stores. We don't have them at HF just because I don't have a plethora of electronic devices. I only have 1 or 2, and I don't want to carry too much in stock. I'd rather have, more cannabis products there instead of accessories, because you go 2 blocks down the road, you'll hit your favorite shop, Urban Legend. So definitely want to, keep sending people their way, because, without them, we wouldn't be here. So definitely want to support both of them.
Yeah, it's nice to have both on Main Street, huh? We kind of dominate the Main Street. Everybody else wants to be on the highway. No way.
No,
Main Street's where it's at.
We I tell everyone all the time, like, off of Main Street is pretty much, where tourists go. They get off the interstate and they hit the first one they see. Local people, the people who know where the good deals are, they go to Main Street. And not that everyone else doesn't have good deals. Coastless has some great deals as well, so I'm not throwing any shade at them. But we tend to have better deals, and mainly because I do a fair amount of research, a lot of calling, and I just like to make people happy at the end of the day. So we're doing killer deals right now because we don't have any carts and disposables. So definitely soak up that opportunity to stock up your flower. So, and we had over 300, 400 pre-rolls sold at $7.10. So, I mean, we did those till they were gone. So if you're missing out on deals, you can't blame us because we put them out left and right. So like I said at the beginning of the podcast, just ask your bud tender if you are connected to the rewards. I've had so many people upset at me that they, missed the $220 ounce deals, and I could only lead so many people to water. I can't force you guys to drink it. So at the end of the day, I can help you save money, but if you don't take the opportunity to save money yourself, it is on you at the end of the night.
And if you come down to Herb first, you get that 15% for making a purchase. It could just be a lighter or water. You don't really have to get anything. So that saves you on the wax. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you want to get a disposable or a cart, you can get the wax with the 15% off, and that saves you a little bit of money.
And I would recommend buying a lighter from Herb because I am actually out of my bigs at High Fidelity right now. I will have more coming, but I am out of lighters. So might as well go down there.
It's a reason to come there anyway.
Yeah, so might as well go down there, get a 15% coupon, save on flowers, save on wax, save on drinks, save on good times. Might as well.
And Zach, what's the deal of the week? Do you have one?
Yes, I do. So it is Bumper OG. For everyone else there, you're getting it for 20% off right now, but you are going to get it for $8 a gram. So it is going to be the same price as the Fruit by the Foot and the Zesty Parm. Phenomenal outdoor grown, so it's going to be roughly around $4 cheaper than the high flyers coming in at. It is on the lower THC side. It's, I think, 11%, but it smokes phenomenal. It is one of my favorite strains we have in the store right now. Almost out of it, so when that one is out, we will have a replacement for the $8. But until it is out, it is the go-to right now. And then we also have, I think we're going to do, let's do 10% off on the drinks, too, for a week as well for all the podcast listeners. And if you are a Laverne listener, we'll stack that and get you the 20.
Which is a killer deal because we're already the cheapest drinks.
Place in town.
Yep.
We're $5. Everyone else is $8. And you know what? We just want people to come in. So, yeah. And the reason I'm doing that is I have 40 flats of drink landing on Friday or Thursday. I'm going to be completely restocked. I want you guys to go ballistic and crazy. I want to have to reorder next week. So if I could do that, I'll get another fridge and I'll be happy.
Yeah. We love fridges.
I
yeah.
love fridges. Every time I call my drink person, I'm like, do you have a fridge for me? Yeah, so if you don't know, my name should be Zach, the Fridge Man Soule. I love fridges anytime I could get one. I don't even need them. One day I'm going to be the Walmart of fridges, but I love all types of fridges. Small fridges, big fridges, mini fridges. It's just like hot dog week.
The hot dog week's over, but now it's Fair Week, right? Fair starts this week.
Is it this week or next week?
No, it's this week.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the it's exciting because all the food, huh, Hunter?
Yes,
What are you looking forward to?
Food. I love food trucks. Food trucks are my favorite type of food. They had this lobster roll one in town 2 times in the last couple months, once on my birthday, and they're a little pricey. They're like $30 a roll, but they're delicious. They have hot lobster rolls, cold lobster rolls, with butter, without butter. They have Wagyu burgers, a bunch of different types of food that's actually delicious. It's worth the price for sure.
See,
Nice.
I skipped them because of the lobster. I don't eat anything from the
They
sea.
had Wagyu burgers. They
But
were
then you just
delicious.
said the Wagyu burgers, and now I'm like, I missed that.
Yes, they were phenomenal. I got that for the kiddos and Maddie because, a lot of people are scared of lobster, but it was delicious overall.
I'm scared of lobster, especially if you're in Minnesota.
Yeah, exactly.
There's not any lobster real
Yeah,
close
where'd you
by.
guys get that from?
What are you talking about? They got it from the Sioux Falls River.
Right? The Big Sioux.
Oh, yeah.
What are you looking forward to, Zach? Mini donuts, funnel cakes?
Honestly, anything fried
Corn
really
dogs.
gets my heart. It's probably bad for my heart, but I love fried foods, fried Oreos, fried Twinkies, ding dongs, anything covered in batter and fried is phenomenal. I love donuts. I don't know if you guys do them up here, but like the fried bananas are really good as well. Fair food is just phenomenal. I love it because you leave and you just come home smelling like fried food, and you have to take like 2 showers.
This should be your first time at the Rock County Fair, huh?
Yeah, so because last year I wasn't here for it. I did go to 2 years ago to the one in Sioux Falls, but this will be my first one in Laverne. I think we're gonna go get Henry, my 2-year-old, the sheet of tickets. I'm not going to do the wristband for him because he's going to ride 1 or 2 and then be done with it. So probably give the rest of the tickets to someone walking around.
Yeah.
But super excited, and I love, the fact that Laverne's always doing something like that for the small town of us. So we're always, trying to do something fun. And with that being said, at the Dispo, if you have a, local event going on, you think that we could kind of amplify it, like if you're doing something at the park for all families and stuff, and want an extra co-host, we would love to try to be a part of that. We're always trying to impact the community and do some events. So it's hard for us to think of events all the time. We did the wrestling one I think 2 months ago. We tried doing something for 4th of July, but was kind of pushed on time. We did the hot dog, should have been month, but the hot dog day. But always trying to do stuff for the community because, without the community, we wouldn't be here. So if you have a fun idea, just always tell your bud tender, shoot it to the messenger, message it on Instagram, send it. We have a mailbox now. You can even send us a letter saying, your bud rocks, do this next week. So, yeah, any type of, even if it's bad feedback, any type of feedback, we want to improve. So, super fun times. We also have, I think, a new strain coming called Fog-a-Dog. Super rad name. It's an indica. It's going to be from Chalawa as well. It's going to be here around Thursday. I have a strain coming from Valhalla Cannabis. It is called Cranola Funk. It should be here, I believe, either today or tomorrow.
I've been asking you about that one for months.
Yeah, and this one is super exciting because they're the only cultivator doing a vac seal jar. And what that means is when you tighten your jar lid and you close it, you're going to hear like a little pop, and that means it's fully sealed and no air is going to get in there. No light's going to get in there. Your terpenes are going to be locked in fresh on that bud. No chance of terpenes leaving. So next time you open that jar, it's going to smell, it's going to look exactly the same way you closed it.
And you could reuse that jar, I assume, for like other bud in the future.
Yep, exactly. And you throw a humidity pack in there, you could have your bud lasting ever.
Yep.
And, you know, that's just a great addition. It's going to be a little bit more on the pricier side. I think it's going to be one of the 8s that are around the 67 range after tax, so that's 55 before tax. So definitely a little bit up there, but they are what they say is a craft cannabis company. So they are what I would say they're like going to be the Dreckers of, you know, cannabis. They're a micro craft cannabis company. They are putting love into their flower. Same thing with another one, which is Bakes Imin, not Blake's. I double checked. They are another craft cannabis company out of Moorhead, and I'm super excited with them because we're going to be, I think, one of the 4 people launching with them. So super rad, and they're doing something called I think a baller pack. So super phenomenal. The only people I've seen do it this way, they have a 2 gram and 2 grams. So the Tribe, we get 4 grams right now, but it's all of the same strain. They're going to do a polar packs. You're going to get 2 strains and 2 grams of each.
That's
so you
cool.
kind of get a variety every time you buy, and then you could go up to a half ounce of the one that you like the most.
And it would be 7 and 7.
Nope. So the half ounces are just going to be half ounces of the one that you like.
Yep.
So you try it out as the 2 grams, and then if you like it more, you can go into the half ounce.
That's a good way to do it.
And then they have like I think 5 different rosin strains that they're going to be producing, and we're going to have all 5 of them as well. They're going to be full gram pucks, and they told me the market range is going to be around $80 a gram, which our live resin is $75, so $5 more for rosin compared to resin is an incredible deal. And we also have it in contract with them that, you know, they're roughly around 2 months out right now. So say in 2 months, 6 other wax source comes out, prices drop down, they're going to honor that market price and come down with them. So they're going to be cheaper with the market. The reason they're set at 80 is
they're the only ones.
That's the market right now. The other people have, you know, the half grams for 65 or 70.
Yeah.
So I mean, almost the whole extra half gram for $5-10 more is an incredible deal.
Exactly.
Concentrate Labs was phenomenal rosin, so they're probably going to change their market price as well. But it's going to be very interested to see what the actual market range is in the next coming year or so. So super phenomenal on some strains coming in. We have some new pre-rolls coming in as well. I'll keep that strain a little bit secret. Kind of want to keep you on your toes a little bit. We do have the new 2 deli strains of flower. I know you guys have been loving that wax. We are sold a lot of it so far. Very, very low on that as well. They are coming out of their second collab right now, and it is Fog Dog and GMO 8. So it's going to be completely on the other side of the spectrum of cannabis terps as this run is. This run was kind of, you know, sweet, gassy. The other one's going to be earthy, funky.
Super fuely and stuff.
Yeah, so GMO, for the people who don't know what that stands for, is garlic, mushroom, and onions. So if you think of that in a wax, you're going to think of that pungent, you know, earthy smell. So I'm super excited for it to come in. Hopefully it has that, you know, ringer in the nose as well. So very excited about that. Like I said, disposables landing very, very soon. Only 50 of them, though, so be sure you come in very fast. They will probably be out within the first day or 2. So don't want people to miss out on them. I know people have been calling like animals like the last couple of weeks. Let's see, what else? Also, I did get some dab tools, some bangers, and some rigs at the HF now. So we have some stuff there. We only had the electronic rigs originally. Now we have some actual quartz there. We have some rigs. So you get it all in one. One thing I don't have yet is torches, but they are on the way. So yeah.
Sweet. We got exciting news coming for the dispensary. We got, hopefully where we have gravel might be some concrete within the week or 2, so it's going to be a lot easier to park and no spinning your wheels, running into fences, things like that. And so that's
we had
exciting.
A motorcycle get tipped over the other day.
And, right in the gravel.
In the gravel, a lady was backing out and tipped over a guy's motorcycle, so that was pretty rough.
No.
Luckily, he just came from Sturgis. He was a really cool biker. He let her just drive away, but a lot of people wouldn't have done the same thing.
No, that's for sure. Yeah, it's
Definitely
gonna be
not from Sturgis.
Yeah. So she got really lucky. It was 2 like 20-year-old girls, and the dude was super old. But
nice.
yeah, they got lucky for sure. That was like 3 days ago.
Yeah, I remember Hunter called me. He was like, yeah, some bike I hit. I'm trying to check on camera. I was like, of course it's right where I can't see it either.
Yeah.
And if you're also coming in to park at the dispensary, you might see that our shed is it's got some caution tape around it. It's not a crime scene. It is of sorts, but not what you might think caution tape for. But but that will be getting fixed here shortly.
Someone just thought we would implement a drive-through if they kind of made it for us. So they started with the drive-through, but sadly, Minnesota law is not going to let us have a drive-through. So we had to break the news to them that unfortunately, even though they did start the work for us, that we're just going to have to replace the shed and not go along with the drive-through idea.
I mean, hey, still got his product.
Yeah, I love the idea. Yeah, the funniest thing is he buys something and then goes, by the way, I bumped your shed.
It was more than a bump.
Yeah, you ran straight through it.
Amazing times. But I would love the drive-through. Maybe if Minnesota allows it in the future, we'll try to implement it and we'll have him come back and, knock out the new shed. But until then, just come in through the front doors. I promise one of the bud tenders will get you in a timely manner. Yeah, fun
Zach,
times.
Is this going to be our second week in a row where you forgot to do a fun fact?
Oh, yeah, it is. I went crazy the first 3 weeks. I did multiple facts. Let's see. I said that, they use cannabis in Chernobyl to get the radioactivity down. NASA sent seeds into space so far. So we have the federal weed plantation in, I think it was Mississippi. I'm trying to think of what else. So I guess in regular cannabis, there are kind of a basic one, but over 200 compounds that are, kind of get you that high feeling. So obviously a lot of people see D9 everywhere. Fun fact, D9 is from cannabis. It's not just from hemp. It is cannabis and hemp. D9 is also THCA. So the reason if you look up on some COAs that you could see if you go to South Dakota and buy like a hemp-derived product, you'll see not THCA anymore, but you'll see D9 in there. And that's because when you test a hemp plant and a cannabis plant, hemp plants do contain small traces of D9, which is the active compound that gets you high. So with that being said, you smoke a 3.5 of hemp, you won't get high. You smoke a 3.5 of flower, of cannabis flower, you're going to get high as can be. Now you extract like 1,000 grams of hemp, you might get, roughly around 100 grams of workable Delta-9 that you could work with. You extract 1,000 grams of cannabis, you're going to get like 500, 600 grams of cannabis you could work with. So you just have to use a lot more hemp when you're extracting Delta-9. So that is the fun fact of the day, that THCA can be found in hemp, but it's also in cannabis. So don't be shocked when, you see all the flowers, COAs, say Delta-9, say THC, because they also have the other following 200 cannabinoids with it. So it gives you that whole effect, not just the hemp effect. Also, there are still no drinks in Minnesota that are cannabis-driven. So anyone out there who tells you it's a cannabis drink is lying to you. They are all hemp drinks. They do the same thing, but I want to be very specific that they are hemp-derived. They are not cannabis-driven. If they were cannabis-driven, they would have to have a lot more strict rules, and they also wouldn't be as cheap as $5 to $8. They'd be like $40 for a 20 milligrams. So,
yeah, and shout out to Hunter for coming in today to be on the podcast. He had a long night. He's a new dad, and
just learning as I go.
Right, and he's got to open the store in under 2 minutes, Zach.
Oh, that's fine. All he has to do is go there and turn the lights on. It's not like HF where he has to count stuff.
I don't know. It's pretty difficult to open over there.
Sometimes it can be. But all right, we're going to wrap it up here. I hope you guys have a great day and tune back in next week. Let's Be Blunt is recorded at Star Media Podcasting Suite in downtown Laverne, Minnesota. If you'd like more information about renting the suite, contact Star Media. See our show notes for more details.